Hello and welcome back to the Mobius Archives. This is your host, Mobius Rex, and we are playing Kerbal Space Program. Alright, so we have a mission. We want to complete the Supreme Moon 4 journey. They want us to land on Ike. We also want to plant a flag on Duna, and plant a flag on Ike, and return to Kerbal from orbit of Ike. Transmit and recover scientific. Basically, we're going to Duna today. We want to land on Ike, just so that we can plant a flag there. We'll see how we do. All right. It's actually been a few days, about a week or two since I last played. Not wholly certain what we were up to. All right, we're looking for flatland. So what we want to do is actually come in a little bit tighter. I'm thinking reduce our periapsis to, at most, 30,000 meters. RCS on? RCS on. So we might as well point retrograde. We have a little bit of fuel. And we'll just tweak this up a little bit. Just a little. This is our test for getting to Duna. So basically, we want to see if this whole stage here is viable. We might have to send a refueler up before we get to Duna. We might just want to try to get off Ike and get back and see. What we're going to be looking for right now is a good landing spot. It's possible that we can land on these engines. Possible. I don't know how likely it is, but it's possible without destroying them. If we do destroy them, that's okay. I think we can make it back in this section here. Not wholly certain, but I think we can. Alright. So this actually takes us tighter into a 25 by 30 orbit. We're using that to look for a landing spot. I'm not entirely certain what points on Ike are safe. And I guess we'll find out. Obviously not there. That one looks like a mountain that we just flew past. That is a Ike Lander 1. Duna. We could try landing inside of this crater here. It doesn't look too terrible. I want to get something more in the light, though. Maybe we'll aim for some less light spots over here. See what that gives us. Those look a little bit craggy, actually. But I think we're actually closer to them. We don't have a great height map on this. What we'd have to do to land. 300 meters per second. Let's try it. 46-second burn. Oh, come on. We're going to miss our point if we don't make it. And throttle up. Probably did that slightly early. There we go. Alright, we're coming in for a landing. Let's see how well we do. Valentin is at the controls. This stage, I'm okay with that burning up. We'll see how that goes. Actually, it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Okay, I'm just going to stop that there. Get Valentin to point us retrograde. And hold us in that position. That should be going almost straight up soon. Soon. Not immediately. And these engines will be put to a test. World first milestones. Recent accomplishments of our space program have attracted contributions from numerous organizations. Entered into suborbital spaceflight above Ike. I haven't done that before? Or maybe it's just with the, that just has something to do with the new version we're on. I think we're on 105 now. Or 1.5? 1.05? Something like that. I'm basically trying to fly straight up and down. That's why I'm using the RCS here. And RCS is not particularly effective with the mass of this ship. At least not in the setup it currently is in. Did not expect to have this part down here left over. But you seem to be coming down pretty fast. I'm going to slow us down quite a bit. And can we do this? Should be able to. Just slow ourselves down so that when we touch down, we're nearly at 0. Like so. Keep it stable. And point straight up. There's something of a wobble going on with this ship here. I don't know if we're actually on a slope or not. Alright. Let's see what we can do. Now, Maya, you may have to jump right back in. Let go. CS, get out of there. I want you down. And back up fast. Ship hasn't fallen over yet. That's a good sign. And take a surface sample. Keep that data. Plant a flag. Supreme moon for landing. Good. Let's get do a EVA report. Keep that data. RCS on and get out of here. I love having the nav ball with Kerbals and EVA. It helps so much. Now, don't knock the ship over. We need to get to Duna. Alright. Oop. Let's go. Get off planet. Or moon. Whichever. Heading over on the 90. So we need to get a little bit of height here. So we don't crash into anything. And we're about to lose fuel. I think we're doing alright. Get these gears up. We're not landing using this anymore. There we go. Pointing above the horizon, and there's our fuel. Nuclear power, go! Let's see about getting us into an orbit. A nice stable one, please. Now the question is, can we... Ooh, that's not the right target. I guess I can't set Duna as a target. Question is, can we get to Duna now? You can at least get into an orbit. Nice tight orbit. From this side... to maneuver. It's going to graze Duna, preferably. Or at least leave Ike. So that we can get to Duna. Alright, Valentina, light him up! See about getting us to Duna. I've never landed on Duna before. So, I understand parachutes will work if you come in shallow enough. That's all we need, is just to land. Ideally, we come back. And... just wait for it. Got it. Cool. So what do we have? Contract complete. Plant flag on Ike. We got money, and we get reputation. And complete the Supreme Moon 4 journey. You have successfully visited 4 celestial bodies with a single vessel. Well, we're going to Duna now. Nice vacation on the red planet. And, oh, slightly under 100,000 meters. That's fine. Now the test comes when we go atmospheric, if we go atmospheric. Oh boy, we did get into an encounter with Ike. Wow. Huh. Alright. Definitely want to drop our apoapsis down faster once we get over to the Duna periapsis here. But it will be tight. Oh, we dropped into Time Warp 1, just under 50,000. So that must mean we're in atmosphere. Yeah, you can tell that's actually starting to tick down. Nice. And keeping an eye on our chutes. Unsafe to deploy these normal chutes. And it's risky to deploy this big chute, the drogue chute. I have to watch what happens here closely. First dawn over Duna. Coming in nice and slow. I think these icons have been updated so that when it's unsafe to deploy a chute, it'll actually change color. So that's actually nice. That means we could probably switch this drogue chute into its own stage. And these other ones, put it right after it. We're in a thicker layer of atmosphere, so we should be slowing down some. Some, but apparently not much. I feel like we're going to go for another orbit around the planet before any interaction really starts to happen. We can modify that by using our RCS to slow us down. If I have any reason not to, we'll just use that there. And change up where our apoapsis is, and change when we can actually use parachutes. I'd like to land on the light side as well. Yep, looks like we're coming in for a landing. Periapsis changed. Still unsafe to deploy. And there's Ike Rise over Duna. Nice, that's actually a pretty sight. Oh, and looks like something's finally happening. We are slowing down. We have hit the second part of the atmosphere. Nice. Question is, when does it become safe to deploy these chutes? Reduce us down to 1 speed. We were coming in fairly shallow. I was hoping. Maybe it wasn't shallow enough? It's hard to tell. Hard to tell. Don't want to hit the planet. It's going to give ourselves a little bit of a boost. Because this is starting to look bad. Yep. Bad. Yeah, we are landing very soon, it looks like. Hopefully we don't have to reload from another save. Before we can do this today. Alright, we're now in the second thickest layer of the atmosphere. We switched over to surface speed, which is good. Burn time to 0 is 3 minutes 30 seconds. Our landing is in a minute. We need to accelerate everything you got. Deploy that chute. Help us slow down. I think I might have burnt up. Whew. I think I might have burnt up a few chutes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, few more orbits in. A little too many, I think. I've been recording for way too long right now. I am just going to drop our time acceleration. So something I've learned is that our time to 0 meters per second is 3 meters 55 seconds. 3 minutes 55 seconds. And we are at 44,000 meters. We finally entered into this thicker part of the atmosphere, which I think starts at 45,000. So the next thicker. We are dropping to 32,000 right now. I'm hoping that we'll be able to land sunny side. I guess we'll find out. I guess we could force it a bit and make our landing a little bit less shallow. Just using RCS to bring our apoapsis down. Should bring us through the thicker part of the atmosphere faster. Or to the thicker part of the atmosphere faster. Don't want to overdo it. Because we'll crash and die. Really, that's why. Okay, our periapsis has dropped through 20,000 meters. We are at 36,000 meters. Ooh, we should get ready to land. Buckle up, ladies. Astro Kerbs. Oh, there we go. That's an intersection point. That means we're pretty much touching down. This is barely an orbit. We are coming down. what I'll do is wait for our altitude to get into some of this thicker part of the atmosphere before deploying this drogue chute. I've set it up to the minimum pressure and the maximum altitude that we could use. Who knows whether it will be enough. I think I'll trigger it right about this line here. It's speed-based as far as I understand, so hopefully some of the atmosphere will kicked in by then. Oh, and we are dropping down through the planet. And we're starting to finally see some reverse speed bleed off, which is good. Means we might survive this. Alright, entering this thicker layer of atmosphere, we are at maximum time acceleration here. Not really liking how we have 2 minutes 59 seconds for maximum acceleration that we could provide, and we are 56 seconds between us and Doom. It's still unsafe to deploy these chutes. We're finally starting to hear some atmospheric drag. How are you doing? Unsafe still. Just using our RCS to slow us down a bit as well. Not liking this. Unsafe, 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 unsafe. This is where I start using the thrusters. We need to stop before we hit the landscape. Let's just deploy that chute. Deploy the other chutes. We are going to work on slowing us down a little bit more from way up here. Valentina will point as a retrograde. Retrograde, please, Valentina. Thank you. We should be able to land. Now, don't make any guarantees about getting off the planet, but we should be able to land. There's the first chute in safe mode. Still gotta bleed off a lot. A lot. For our next set of chutes. They need to be down below 200 some odd. Something like that. And you're deploying. Nice. That should help us out a lot more. Didn't really want to do a full burn towards the surface, but there's one chute. And we will reduce the pressure on these. Oh, there we go. All three are deployed. And we're starting to face up. And we're starting to get to a point where we can adjust our engine throttle. And almost there. Oh, you're going the wrong way. Hopefully, this is sufficiently smooth that we don't have to worry about too much. Contact. Can you stay up? Oh no, no. Just slow ourselves down without stopping ourselves completely. Come on. There we go. Landing. Touchdown. And good. F5. Successful landing. Woo-wee. Valentina, you got us this far. This is yours. Go. Whoa. RCS. Barely helps you at all. We might have a little bit of trouble getting back in that ship. If we're doing it at all. This is yours. Duna first. First steps on Duna. Valentina Kermit. Take that surface sample. Keep that data. World first milestones. Landed on the surface of Duna. Walked on the surface of Duna. Planted a flag on the surface of Duna. Lovely. Land on Duna complete. And plant flag on Duna complete. Alright. This has been Movie Strikes from the Movie Archives. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoyed the episode, leave us a like, here's your comments and suggestions. Maybe next time we'll get back from Duna. Have a good day, and a wonderful night. Bye-bye.